Well, hello, everyone. We are live here in Panama City Beach. Vic Micolucci with photojournalist Joe Owens behind the camera. The eye wall, potentially the worst of this storm, Hurricane Michael, coming through right now as a very strong Category 4 storm, very close to a Category 5. We are looking right now at wind gusts well over 145 miles an hour. We're looking at something that I have never seen. I've been chasing storms for 10 years, and this is the most powerful, incredible, scary storm that I have ever personally experienced. And I spoke with photojournalist Joe Owens. He's been in some before too. He's never seen anything like this. We are on the third floor in a big concrete stairwell in a parking garage about 300 yards from the beach, the Gulf of Mexico, where there are huge waves, where there is storm surge expected to be 13 feet. And things have just gotten unbearable in the past 15 minutes. We do have a truck. We were walking around earlier as these vans came through. But what we're looking at now and what we are feeling now could potentially be the strongest storm that has ever come through the Florida Panhandle. That's after talking with so many experts. I mean, I don't even know what to say, because I have covered Hurricane Matthew, Hermine, Irma, Maria in Puerto Rico, Harvey in Houston, and I have never seen winds like this. This is absolutely mind-blowing. It is absolutely frightening. Anybody that is not in a safe place, surrounded by thick concrete out here in Panama City Beach, their lives are definitely at risk. They did not mince words at the Emergency Operations Center when they told people to leave, that this is a very dangerous, a potentially deadly storm with catastrophic effects. Now, let me tell you, we have already seen some buildings lose their roofs. Obviously, we've seen signs come down. We've seen storm surge reach some of these beachfront homes. And right now, we appear to be in the worst of it. So we're on the third floor. We are on Facebook Live now. We're some of the few crews that are still here. I do want to let you know that we are working closely with law enforcement. They know that we are here. We are in close contact with the Panama City Beach Police Department as well as the Bay County Sheriff's Office. So we are doing everything we can to stay safe. We were out here on Panama City Beach yesterday when we were expecting this to be a Category 3 storm. Since then, it has picked up. It has become much worse. Category 4 approaching Category 5 strength, and we're looking at some sustained winds of about 145 miles an hour. And what you are looking at right now is history, and what you're seeing is the wind and the rain that is coming through this parking garage. Imagine being out there on the streets or on the beach. It is absolutely unfathomable what it would be like out there as a person standing alone, let alone in a vehicle, even a big vehicle. We have a big Super Duty truck that's jacked up. Even that isn't safe to be out there. Even police, firefighters, they're staging right now at emergency operations centers. They are other places. And I'm going to try to peek out as best as I can, but we already started to see some damage about an hour 15 ago. We started to see some flying debris coming in. And where we are, there's these metal railings in this parking garage. Some of those have already been ripped out, probably from flying debris. And I'm trying to see what I can... It hurts. That stings, and it's not something that's even worth us going out in right now. It's painful even to get somewhat out there. We certainly hope that this is the worst of it. We can't check anything right now. It's too wet. So we can't look at the radar. Look at that, Joe. Look at that. This is nature's fury at its finest. And those are the strongest wind gusts that we have seen, not just today, not just in this storm, but ever. As professional journalists who have covered, I mean, I've covered a dozen hurricanes and tropical storms. I've seen some terrible flooding down in Puerto Rico, obviously catastrophic effects there, Harvey. But this is something for the record books, at least, at the very least, for the Florida Panhandle. It's incredible. Look down here. Look at this water. There's good drainage here. But look at that, how it's just moving things around. And this is something that Panama City Beach, Mexico Beach, Carabel, Apalachicola are going to be seeing for quite some time. Wow. Wow. We're just going to show you live pictures right now. I do want to let you know we're doing everything we can to protect ourselves while we're keeping you informed. Hey, Joe, you see that mirror up there? What? That mirror? I don't think it's going to be up there much longer. If you're joining us on Facebook Live now, I'm posting behind-the-scenes videos on my Instagram page at Vic Micolucci. And it's just absolutely a beating right now. And we're surrounded by 2 feet of concrete. Lord help whoever's out there, if there is anybody. Because this storm is a beast. I wouldn't dare step out there right now. And we wouldn't have Joe do that either. Let's give them some perspective, Joe. If we can, let's show them where we are. I like to be transparent, to show you behind the scenes. We're all about telling the truth, being 100% accurate. We're on the 3rd floor. This is facing north. We've got about 2 feet of concrete walls here, and we're about 400 yards from the beach. The Gulf of Mexico is back this way, and there's an approximately 30-story building blocking us, protecting us. So what's not being protected is really, really taking the brunt. An absolute beating right now. I want to give you more perspective, but honestly, do you think we can go up or down and see anything? We could probably go down. I'm worried about those jet skis. I'm worried about that car. We're still on, by the way. I just want to let you know. All right, yeah. I don't think we want to do that. So this is Thomas Drive out that way. We're getting some flooding down here. Can you see that stop sign? I know that it's hard with the camera. And everybody, we got to give kudos to our photojournalist, Joe Owens. He is working very, very hard, carrying some heavy gear, trying to keep it functioning in what could potentially be the worst storm, the strongest storm that Florida has ever seen. I can't see it. He can't even see it. We're still on Facebook Live here, and I'm trying to get some stuff for our people behind the scenes as well, that we're going to put on Facebook and on Instagram and Twitter under Vic Micolucci. And this is wild. I know that we have 2,600 or so people right now, and I sure hope and pray that this is the worst of it. Not just for our sake, but for all the wonderful people here. The past 2 days that we've been here, the people in Panama City Beach, the surrounding areas have been absolutely so hospitable, so nice, so understanding, so friendly. We're talking about residents here, travelers here, the sheriff's office, the police department. Everybody is in this together, and it's just wild to see. And this is coming from somebody that was in Jacksonville Beach in a parking garage very similar to this one as Hurricane Matthew made landfall in October of 2016. A month before, yeah, there's a screaming, howling noise like a horror movie. Those jet skis are strapped down, and we show those jet skis. My goodness. We already saw a grill smash into a Lexus here. And there's absolutely nothing anybody can do right now. We were watching a press conference from Bay County officials here at the Emergency Operations Center, and they were tearing up. They were emotional. They were at a loss for words. This is a pretty small, tight-knit community. There's a lot of vacationers, a lot of people that come, but those that actually live in Panama City Beach and the surrounding areas, we have not forgotten about them. Really just are going to have a very, very tough time recovering from this one. Because what we are seeing whenever this storm passes, there is going to be unbelievable damage. There was damage hours ago. And this, wow. I want to let you know that obviously it's so wet, it's so dangerous, we have to have our eyes open. I'm not able to moderate the comments. If there's anybody from our station that's watching, News for Jack's Cruise, we have our social media producer, Carrie Ann Luter. If you guys could help us answer any questions, moderate what's happening here. We're going to stay live for you as long as we can, as long as we have this signal. If you do lose us, it's because the cell phone towers are going to go out. And we might be cut off. Who knows? Hopefully that's not the case. But it's definitely a possibility. What do you think, Joe? What do you think? You think we can go up one more? Okay, we're still on. We're still on. Just letting everybody know. And the top floor. That's a door, maybe. And let me tell you, this is probably one of the biggest and hopefully sturdiest parking garages in this city. And we were the first ones here last night. And we saw people coming here in their cars, and they're hiding in their cars. Some of these vehicles have people in them right now. I saw a man and a woman in a trunk. It's like a hatchback, so like a small little SUV. They were sitting in the trunk, and I haven't seen them in a while. Look at the top of that Jeep. Look, do you see that? That's the Jeep. Those are like windows or door. Oh, those are the tops, the T-tops from the Jeep up there that have come off. If you want to stay there, Joe, I'm going to see what it looks like, because I did hear some people. We're now on the 4th floor and walking up to the 5th floor. That door's blown open up there. We're not going to go up there. That's a metal door. These beachfront condos are supposed to be hurricane proof. They're supposed to be safe. But even an hour ago, we saw the emergency exit signs down and the power was gone, obviously. And we also saw some of the doors, what were they, like 15, 20 stories up, yeah, that appeared that were open. So they were blown in probably. And that probably means the glass on the other side, which is beach facing, could be blown out. That is like no Floridian has seen in recent history. And I would not dare step out there right now. You want to go down a level? $155 miles an hour. It's making landfall right now, guys. That's according to the state. 155 miles an hour is really, really a powerful storm. 157 miles an hour makes it a Category 5. That's the strongest storm that there can be. Once again, I just got an alert from the state of Florida. It's making landfall at 155 miles an hour. If you're the praying type, if you're inclined for that, it's a good time to say some prayers for people that are in the path, that did not evacuate, or even those that did, because there's going to be a lot of damage, a lot of devastation. and a very, very long recovery process. I was talking to some people from our weather team. They said there's some small islands and strips of beach here that are just going to be gone. They're going to be wiped off the earth from this storm. We're going to go down. Let's go down one. So we're trying to keep our bearings here. That's an emergency alarm that's going off.
Please cease operations.
I'm trying to check my phone at the same time. If you want to really see some behind the scenes stuff, again, you can follow along on Instagram at Vic Micolucci, and we're going to be here probably for several days. There's no way we're getting out of here tonight. No way anything's going to be open or passable. So as long as we have cell phone signal, as long as we have batteries and fuel, I'm going to be posting on the Instagram page at Vic Micolucci, as well as Facebook page, and of course newsforjax.com and Channel 4. Lord have mercy. Still here, guys. Are you tired? Are you okay with that on your shoulder? Okay. I'm checking with our photojournalist, Joe Owens. We're working hand in hand in this one. He's certainly got his job cut out for him, and we're always checking with each other just to make sure that we're safe, that we're comfortable. I'm watching over for him. He's watching over for me. It would be interesting to see if we're going to get the eye. And I'm going to just be 100% honest. I would like to see the eye. One, because we need the relief. We need the relief. And I would like to see the eye so that we can have a little bit of time to figure out what's going on here. And I'm being told that we are now on national television right now. So we just got word that we're on national television. And for those just joining us, we are in Panama City Beach. We are in a parking garage. We are on the 3rd floor. And you have thick concrete in this stairwell. About 400 yards this way is the Gulf of Mexico. In between the Gulf and us is a 30-story condo building. Even an hour ago, some of the doors in that condo building were being blown open. The fence, gone. We saw some roofs come down. We saw, obviously, signs come down. There's no power here. We're running off a generator. And look at this. This is nature's fury, probably like Floridians have never seen before. We were talking with law enforcement last night, even today, a couple hours ago, and they're asking us what to expect. We're asking them what to expect because no one has seen this in this part of Florida. The eye wall coming through right now, making landfall in Mexico Beach. That's about 45 minutes from where we are. We're told the winds are 155 miles an hour. 157 miles an hour is what would make it the most powerful category storm, a category 5. So right now you are looking at the strongest, most powerful category 4 hurricane to exist. And this is one for the history books. This is going to be a record breaker. And unfortunately, we are so very concerned for those in the path. A mandatory evacuation for those along the coast. But this is something that somebody in a basic structure, a one-story home, two-story home, would be having a horrific time. And when the governor and law enforcement officials and emergency operations crews say this is a life-threatening storm, they mean it. They are not bluffing, because let me give you perspective where we are. We are in a stairwell. We're in the back stairwell. This is north. That's south. That's the Gulf of Mexico. This is inland. And we are here because this is the safest place for us to be, potentially in the entire city of Panama City Beach. If I were to step out there, I would imagine that I would be blown away. You know, blown into these walls, which are only about 4 feet high. And this is no joke. I mean, this is absolutely mind-blowing. It's really hard to be at a loss for words, especially in the news business, and somebody that has covered so many storms over the past 9 years. This is incredible. It's incredible for us, for people who are meteorologists, who are newscasters coming from all across the country, descending on Panama City Beach. What we are looking at is a very mean, powerful monster that is coming ashore as a strong Category 4, just 2 miles away, 2 miles an hour away from being a Category 5. That's according to numbers from the state of Florida, emergency management. We just got that. It's hard for me to communicate right now. I can't really hear. We're trying to check our phones to get the latest information. And I just kind of want to show you right now, live as it happens, what the people here in the Florida Panhandle are experiencing. And it could be even worse in certain areas that don't have the strong structures like this. We're talking about Apalachicola, Florida. That's a small fishing town. Mexico Beach, very small place. Port St. Joe, just to name a few. And I just can't imagine what we're going to be seeing over there when this storm finally does pass, and when we're able to get a glimpse at what these winds have done. If you look on social media, at Vic Micolucci on Instagram or at WJXT Vic on Twitter, you will see some of the pictures that we posted before the worst came. And even then, we saw a 3-story building that collapsed from the wind. Full disclosure, it was under construction, but nonetheless, the roof just lifted up and it collapsed. And last time we saw, there's next to no visibility right now, but the last time we saw, it was just gone. And these winds have gone up by at least 40 miles an hour since we started this live shot. That's just my best guess being in here. The wind meters that the meteorologists and the weather stations are using around here, I'm being told that they're broken. they stopped working because the winds are so strong. This is absolutely going to be catastrophic. And those at home can only hope and pray that people are not in the low-lying areas where storm surge could be 13 feet, that people are not in mobile homes right now anywhere around here, and that they're not in structures that are not safe. It really is amazing that that power line, that power pole has stayed up. We did lose power, but I don't even think that this is the strongest sign. We're keeping the coverage going. I'm being told that there's a national audience, potentially an international audience right now, as we show you what it is like less than a block off the beach in Panama City Beach, Florida. And we are on the 3rd floor, and look down here, Joe, our photojournalist Joe Owens showing us a couple inches of water here on this floor. Do you feel comfortable going down? I know that we have that cage, but do you feel comfortable going down? Yes? Okay. Look at this. Look at these stairs. This is all that water coming down, and this is not storm surge. This is just rainwater. We can't even see what the beach looks like. And even though we're on the 1st floor, we're actually still lifted up, probably by about 15 feet. That stop sign is hanging on. And again, if you are just joining us, what we're looking at here is unprecedented for the Florida Panhandle, for the Sunshine State as a whole. And it's not going away anytime soon. Neither are we, because we have no choice right now.